Good evening, children. Today I am going to start the chapter of geography, and the name of the chapter is agriculture. Now, as you know, that India is an agricultural country. Good evening, Aryan. Okay, children, good evening to all of you. Today I am going to start the geography chapter, and the name of the chapter is agriculture. This chapter is very important because in history we are having only 3 chapters. Total we have to study only 3 chapters. So that's why it is very essential that we should be giving more importance to this particular chapter. Okay, so I am coming to the chapter. What we have to learn is we have in our course we are having the first chapter, that is resource and development. We are having the next chapter, that is water resources, but in water resources only maps. In water resources no theory part, only the map work. And the second chapter is agriculture. In history only 2 chapters are there, in history only 2, but in geography total first chapter resource and development, then agriculture and the manufacturing industries, and then liveliness of national economy. Total 4 chapters are there, and for 1 chapter we are having the map. From the rivers we will be studying the maps. Now different topics are there. So today I'll be doing the chapter agriculture. Okay, now I'm beginning the chapter. Priya Yadav, this is chapter number 3, agriculture. The name of the chapter is agriculture. It is in geography. Okay, so as you all know that India is an agricultural country, or in India is an agriculturally important country where agriculture is a primitive activity. Besides food grains, it also produces raw materials for various industries. Nearly two-thirds of India's population is engaged in agricultural activities. Because in the point of agriculture, if we talk about agriculture is the one profession, and from agriculture field only so many other industries or factories are dependent. Means if you talk about any product, either you talk about ITC brand, or if you talk about flour, wheat, cornflakes, Bonvita, any kind of thing, jam, all the things, in this only it is a part of agriculture. Now my first point is, today I am going to firstly start with types of farming. So when we talk about types of farming, total there are 3. The first one is primitive subsistence farming. The second one is intensive subsistence farming, and the third one is commercial farming. So now let's move to the first point, that is types of farming. My first point is primitive subsistence farming. Now what it is? This type of farming is still practiced in few pockets of India. It is practiced on small patches of land. Small patches of land means those lands which are very small in size. With the help of primitive tools. Means those tools which are commonly used in agriculture, like hoe, dowel, and digging sticks. And what kind of people are involved in this? Family or community labor. are involved in the production. The following points, now I am going to tell you certain points, and those points are very much related. Those particular points are very much related to this type of farming, that is primitive subsistence farming. Now, this type of farming depends upon monsoon. It depends on monsoon, natural fertility of the soil, and environmental conditions. In short only, these are the 3 points, but in short only I am making it 1 point. It depends upon monsoon, natural fertility of the soil, and environmental conditions. It was my first point. Now the second point, as you can see here, I have written slash and burn. Slash and burn is also a part of primitive subsistence farming. Now what it is? Now what is slash and burn? Can anyone tell me what is slash and burn? Agriculture, any person? Sujal, Priya, Janvi, Siddhant, Snigdha, anyone? Priya, can anyone tell me? Okay, no problem. Priya, Janvi, anyone, try it. If you don't know the answer, I am there. I am explaining only, no problem is there. Aryan, my word is, what is slash and burn farming? Slash and burn farming. Okay. Yes, Priya, your answer is correct. Both the answers are correct of Priya, Siddhant and Snigdha. The answers are correct. Now, yes, it's too good that you people have studied the chapter. Good one. Now, again for those children, those who are not aware of this, I am telling you, it is a slash and burn agriculture. It is a slash and burn agriculture. Farmers clear a patch of land. Farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops to sustain their family. The word sustain their family means that much production, means they produce only that much on a small piece of land which is sufficient for their family. Means only that much is produced which is needed or required for their family. When the soil fertility decreases, the farmers shift and clear a fresh patch of land for cultivation. Now this word means एक छोटा सा खेत है, छोटा सा टुकड़ा है ज़मीन का, उस पर आपने खेती करी, उस पर आपने कुछ साल खेती करी, जब तक फसल अच्छी आ रही तब तक ठीक है. थोड़े समय के बाद ही 1-2 साल 3 साल के बाद ही आप फिर से उस जगह को छोड़ के दूसरी जगह पे चले जाते हैं. आप वहाँ पे छोटे से टुकड़े पे आप फिर से खेती करते हैं. अच्छा, इसका फ़ायदा क्या होता है? व्हाट इज़ द बेनिफिट इन दिस? इन दिस दे डोंट यूज़ केमिकल्स और फर्टिलाइजर्स और सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. These the small patches of lands are very much fertile without using any kind of scientific technology. Okay, this type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of the soil through natural process. It means that आपने खेती करी, उसके बाद 2-3 साल खेत छोड़ दिया, automatically that land will again regain its natural process. The land productivity is low as farmers do not use fertilizers. The land productivity is low as the farmers do not use fertilizers. The names of such types of farming are different. The names of such types of farming are different in different regions. Example, what Siddhant and Siddha have mentioned, that is jhum. Example, jhuming in northeastern. Jhuming, Jhuming. The word is jhuming. This word is Jhuming, Jhumming. In northeastern states, northeastern means your Assam belt. Northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, etc. Other word is Pamlou. Pamlou, Pamlou in Manipur. Deepa in Bastar. Bastar comes in your Chhattisgarh. Now, it is practiced in other countries also. This kind of primitive substance farming, or we can say slash and burn agriculture, is not only prevalent in India but in other areas also. That has been written by one child, that is Roca in Brazil and Misol in Africa. Okay. It is practiced in other countries also, as is referred to as Milpa, Milpa in Mexico and Central America, Kenauco in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil and Misol in Central Africa. Yes, so many options are there. So these kind means the name changes. The name of the farming changes from place to place, country to country. And that comes in the list of slash and burn agriculture. Now, I am moving to the second point. My second point is intensive subsistence farming. My next point is intensive subsistence farming. This farming is practiced. This farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure. This farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure on land, means the area is small and the population is very high. For example, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. It is a labor intensive farming. It is a labor intensive farming. Yes, very good children, those who are writing the answer. Important points. Now let's talk about the important points which are related to this farming. First point, high doses of biochemical and irrigation are used for obtaining higher production. High doses of biochemical means we are using maximum science, maximum chemicals. High doses of biochemical and irrigation are used for obtaining higher production. Second point, land holding sizes have reduced due to the right of inheritance. This point you won't be able to understand. Again, I am telling, land holding sizes have reduced due to the rights of inheritance. It means that earlier, means I am talking 30, 40, 50 years back story, that at that time there were joint families. Joint families means all the brothers, all the sisters, they used to have in the same family. Nowadays what we are having? We are having the nuclear families. And earlier joint families were there, and when they converted into nuclear families, there was a partition of their land also. Means whatever area they were having for production, for agriculture, it was also divided. So if a division is made, then what will happen? The size of the land, the area is going to decrease. Population is increasing and the area is decreasing. On the other side, during the period of joint venture or joint family, the area used to be big. On the other side, families were also increasing, population was increasing, but the ownership or the land was more in number. Land holding sizes have reduced due to the right of inheritance. Therefore, farmers take maximum output. So now what would be your intention? So the intention of the farmers was to take maximum output from limited land. मतलब जितना भी छोटा खेत है उसमें जितनी अधिक फसल हो सके, अधिक से अधिक फसल हमें उसमें से चाहिए. चाहे उसके लिए हम केमिकल्स यूज़ करें, एक्सेस बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में इस्तेमाल कर लें, लेकिन हमारा उद्देश्य क्या है? अधिक से अधिक फसल. In the absence of alternative sources of livelihood, why they are totally dependent, why they are using all this type of subsistence farming? Because they are not having any alternative source of livelihood. Because they are not having any alternative, there is no other scope of livelihood. Thus there is an enormous, so that's why there is enough pressure or enormous pressure on the agricultural land. देखो, एक जो आदमी किसान है उसको खेती के अलावा और कोई काम नहीं आता है और वो कुछ कर भी नहीं सकता है, तो वो खेती के अलावा और क्या करेगा? तो वो अपने खेती पे ही वॉट एवर लैंड ही इज हैविंग, ही इज गोइंग टू गिव मोर एंड मोर इम्पॉर्टेंस. ही विल बी अप्लाइंग ऑल द मेथड्स through which the productivity of the land can increase, because it is the only source of his livelihood and his entire family is dependent on that land only, means that production only. Okay, next point, the third one, that is commercial. That is commercial farming. Now I'm going to talk about commercial farming. Now what does it mean? You would be knowing about some agricultural products like tea, coffee, spices, etc. They were exported from India, or they are exported from India. So, and all these products, the names which I am taking, then for international import and export, yes. So commercial farming, let's talk about commercial farming. It is undertaken to earn profits. It is undertaken, the main intention behind doing commercial farming is to earn profits. This farming uses higher doses. This kind of farming, this kind of commercial farming uses higher doses of modern inputs, that is HYV. That is HYV. Now what it is? It means high yielding variety, high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. In order to obtain higher productivity, the following points are important. Now I am going to speak certain points and which are very important. So in other terms we can understand, commercial farming is undertaken. Commercial farming is undertaken to earn profits. This farming uses higher doses of modern inputs, that is high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. And what is the target behind this? The target behind this is in order to obtain higher productivity. Now let's talk about some related points which are needed to this type of farming. The first point is the degree of commercialization. The degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one region to another. As from land to land, from area to area, it depends, your area or agriculture or commercialization, it varies. A crop can be commercial in one region. A crop can be commercial in one region and non-commercial in another region. For example, let's take an example also. Can anyone give me an example? Again I am repeating my point, listen it. The degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from region to another, from one region to another. A crop can be commercial in one region and non-commercial in another region. For example, rice is a commercial crop. Coffee in Assam, yes, correct answer. Okay. Other point is, for example, rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Odisha it is a subsistence crop. In south enough amount of rice is there, whereas in Punjab and Haryana it is a commercial crop, because there the production is very low in these areas. Yes, correct. Now next point, plantation is also a type of commercial farming. Plantation is also a type of commercial farming. In it, a single crop is grown. It is maximum popular with those people. This plantation is possible for those people, those who are having big pieces of land, or the size of their land is very big. Plantation is also a type of commercial farming. In it, a single crop is grown on a large area with the help of cheap labor. It is an interface of agriculture and industry. जैसे गन्ने की खेती होती है, चावल की खेती होती है, जो जिस स्टेट में जो चीज़ ज़्यादा होती है वहाँ पे द बिग टाइकून्स मीन्स द बिग फार्मर्स, दोज आर हैविंग बिग लैंड्स, 4-5-10 बीघे ज़मीन है, वो लोग एक ही फसल को अपने सारे खेत में उगाते हैं. एक ही फसल, दे यूज़ ओनली वन क्रॉप for their entire area, and by that what happens, whatever productivity comes, whatever production comes, then it is sent to the industries or to the factories in which they are having the whichever industries they are tied up with, whichever they are having the trademarks, they join that or they sell out their products directly into that. Plantations cover large tracts of land, use capital intensive inputs with the help of migrant laborers. अच्छा, ये जितने बड़े बड़े खेत होते हैं, इसका एक फ़ायदा क्या होता है, इसमें जो लेबरर्स होते हैं, यहाँ पे जो लेबरर्स होते हैं, ये द रेट इज़ वेरी लो. जो इन लोग का दाम होता है, जो इनको वेजेस मिलते हैं, वो बहुत कम होते हैं, और दे कम फ्रॉम डिफरेंट एरियाज इन ए बल्क अमाउंट. थोक में ये लोग किसान लेबरों को ले आते हैं, वहाँ पे उनसे काम कराते हैं, और उनका जो अमाउंट देना होता है दैट इज़ वेरी लो. प्लांटेशन कवर लार्ज ट्रैक्ट्स ऑफ लैंड, यूज कैपिटल इंटेंसिव इनपुट्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ माइग्रेंट लेबरर्स. माइग्रेंट लेबरर्स का मतलब हो गया जैसे छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, वहाँ के लेबर आ जाते हैं, यहाँ पे काम करते हैं एक सीज़न, फिर अपने एरिया में लौट जाते हैं. और जो लेबर्स आते हैं वो एक या दो नहीं होते हैं, दे कम इन 200-300 लाइक दैट इन ग्रुप्स दे कम. In India, tea, coffee, rubber. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana, etc. are important plantation crops. In UP also earlier mangoes used to be there. Means लखनऊ में, मलियाबाद आसपास, लखनऊ के आसपास ज़िलों में जो आम की फसल होती थी या आम के जो पेड़ होते थे वो बहुत बड़े अमाउंट में होते थे. Okay, this plantation, what does the plantation has an interface of agriculture industry mean? This word simply means that the plantation means whatever kind of productivity comes, whatever kind of plantation comes, the industries and your industries and factories are totally interdependent on agriculture. How it is? For example, if in any year the production, or if due to any natural disaster there is no production of rice and wheat, then what will happen to those big companies, to those big industries or companies or factories which are doing work for that particular crop only, जो सिर्फ उसी फसल के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, गेहूं या आटा, किसी के लिए भी, मान लो किसी साल गेहूं की फसल बहुत कम होती है, तो जो बड़े ब्रांड्स हैं लाइक ITC, for example is Ashirwad, what will that company do? So agriculture and industries both are interrelated. Without the support of each other, they cannot survive. Now, a well-developed network of transport. Okay, a well-developed network of transport and communication connecting the plantation areas, processing industries and markets play an important role in the development of plantation. देखो, अगर हमें अपनी plantation बढ़ानी है या अपना profit margin बढ़ाना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? A very well developed network of transport means your transport and communication should be very strong. A well developed network of transport and communication connecting the plantation areas, processing industries and markets play an important role in the development of plantation. Now, all these 3 points are clear. I have taught you today 3 types of farming, that is primitive subsistence farming, then the second one is intensive subsistence farming, and the third one is commercial farming. Now, I am moving to the new topic, that is cropping pattern. My new topic is cropping pattern. Now, what is the meaning of the word cropping pattern? Firstly, we should know the meaning of cropping pattern. Now, cultural plurality and physical diversities are also reflected in the agricultural practices and cropping pattern in India. Again, I am repeating my line. Cultural plurality and physical diversities are also reflected in the agricultural practices and cropping pattern in India. Various types of food, various types of food and fiber crops, vegetables, fruits and spices, etc. constitute some of the important crops grown in the country. The 3 cropping seasons in India. Now let's talk about the 3 cropping seasons. Yes, different arrangements of crops in a farm, right, is called a cropping pattern. Yes, correct. Now let's talk about the 3 cropping seasons. The 3 cropping seasons are, firstly we should talk about the name. The first one is Rabi, then Kharif, and the next one is Zaid, Z-A-I-D. Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Okay. Now let's firstly talk about Rabi. सबसे पहले हम लोग बात करते हैं Rabi crops के बारे में. Rabi crops are sown in winter. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December. And harvested in summer from April to June. From the month of April to June. अब इसका मतलब समझो, इसको कब बोया जाता है? इन द मंथ ऑफ फ्रॉम अक्टूबर टू दिसंबर. अक्टूबर से लेकर दिसंबर तक इसमें फसल डाली जाती है खेतों में, और इसको काटा कब जाता है? लगभग 6 महीने बाद. फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू जून, दैट इज द पीरियड. मतलब सीजन तब बदल जाता है. यस, राबी इज अ विंटर सीजन क्रॉप. यस, राइट. नाउ राबी क्रॉप्स आर सोन इन विंटर फ्रॉम अक्टूबर टू दिसंबर. ठंडियों के महीने में इसको डाला जाता है. एंड हार्वेस्टेड इन समर, और कटाई कब होती है इस फसल की? दैट इज इन द मंथ ऑफ समर फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू जून. Important points related. Now let's talk about some important points which are related to this crop season. First point is some of the important rabi crops are wheat, barley. नाम याद रखना, wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. These are the important crops. Rice, wheat, barley. Only the topics are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Now the next point is these crops are mostly grown. ये crops कहाँ पे होते हैं? अगर हम लोग wheat की बात करते हैं, गेहूं की बात करते हैं, तो सबसे पहले किसका नाम आ जाता है? पंजाब. These crops are mostly grown in Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttar Pradesh. Wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard की अगर बात होती है तो these are mostly grown in Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttar Pradesh. Next point is availability of precipitation availability of precipitation during winter months due to the western temperate cyclone helps in the cultivation of this crops. ये जो हम लोग की बेल्ट है पर्टिकुलर, जो प्रेसिपिटेशन होती है विंटर मंथ में ड्यू टू द वेस्टर्न टेम्परेट साइक्लोन, इससे कल्टीवेशन में, इन क्रॉप्स की कल्टीवेशन में बहुत हेल्प मिलती है. दैट इज इन द कल्टीवेशन ऑफ व्हीट, बार्ले, पीस, ग्राम एंड मस्टर्ड. और हर चीज़ हर जगह नहीं होती है. ईच एंड एवरी क्रॉप कैन नॉट ग्रो इन ईच एंड एवरी काइंड ऑफ एरिया. अब जैसे कॉफ़ी इज़ देयर, अगर हम सोचें हम कॉफ़ी का प्रोडक्शन यूपी में कर लें, देन इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज देयर द टेम्परेचर, द क्लाइमेट, द सीजन आर टोटली डिफरेंट, सॉइल इज टोटली डिफरेंट. नाउ the success of the green revolution. Now let's talk about the success of the green revolution in Punjab. जो हम लोग का ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन हुआ था, हरित क्रांति जिसे हम कहते हैं, दिस वॉज सक्सेसफुल इन पंजाब, हरियाणा, वेस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश एंड पार्ट्स ऑफ राजस्थान, हैज़ बीन एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इन द ग्रोथ ऑफ दीज क्रॉप्स. और क्यों इन सब एरियाज में प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा होती है? बिकॉज here in these areas the green revolution was used and those states were, इसका क्वेश्चन भी बन जाता है, in which areas green revolution was started or which are the areas where the green revolution has played an important role in the growth of production. You will give the answer. So Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and parts of Rajasthan has been an important factor. These places have been an important factor in the growth of these crops. So this one is point. Rabi crops are clear. Priya, Siddhant, the other people, this Rabi is clear. Now I am moving to Kharif. Now children, I am moving to the Kharif crop. Kharif crops are grown. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon. What is the meaning of the word onset of monsoon? What is the meaning of this word? Onset of monsoon. I've used the line, Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country. Yes, onset means the beginning of the rainy season, or that is known as the monsoon, जब शुरुआत होती है बारिश की. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country and are harvested in September, October. इट बिगिंस इन द, मतलब और बारिश की शुरुआत लगभग कब होती है? हम लोग मान के चलते हैं कि अप्रैल मंथ, लगभग अप्रैल मई में बारिश होने लगती है. व्हाट वी फील दैट थोड़ा लेट हो जाती है, 1-2 महीने लेट चलती रहती है. एंड आर हार्वेस्टेड, और जो फसल इस समय बोई जाती है, जो बारिश के मौसम में जो फसल बोई जाती है, उसको काटा कब जाता है? इन द मंथ ऑफ सितंबर एंड अक्टूबर. सितंबर अक्टूबर में उस फसल को हम लोग काटते हैं. Important points, some important points related to this crop season are as follows. पहला, some of the important kharif crops are paddy, maize, ज्वार, बाजरा, तुर. तुर क्या कहते हैं? अरहर की जो दाल होती है उसे लोग तुर भी कहते हैं. अरहर, मूंग, उड़द, कॉटन, जूट, ग्राउंडनट एंड सोयाबीन. Second point, important rice growing. Important rice growing areas, कहाँ पे ज़्यादा होती है फसल? चावल सबसे अधिक कहाँ पे होता है? असम. Most important areas. Important rice growing areas are Assam, West Bengal and coastal regions of Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Kerala, etc. ये इन सब जगहों पे बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. इन असम, वेस्ट बंगाल एंड ओडिशा 3 crops of paddy are grown in a year. 3 पैडी क्रॉप्स बोए जाते हैं. दे आर ओस, अमन एंड बोरो. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द खारिफ क्रॉप, इसको याद रखना, हम लोग जो बारिश की जिससे हम लोग शुरुआत मानते हैं, दैट इज फ्रॉम द मंथ ऑफ अप्रैल मई. स्पेशली अप्रैल में बारिश स्टार्ट होती है, वो लेट हो जाती है, मई जून में आ जाती है, जुलाई में भी आ सकती है, कई बार तो ठंडियों में भी बारिश हो जाती है. दैट्स अ डिफरेंट इशू, बट द रेन स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द मंथ ऑफ अप्रैल. होली के बाद से, होली के 1 महीने बाद मौसम स्टार्ट होता है बारिश का. एंड जो उस समय फसल बोई जाती है उसको हम लोग काटते हैं जाके इन द मंथ ऑफ सितंबर अक्टूबर. अच्छा, अभी जो सितंबर अक्टूबर का जो महीना होता है, इसमें जो हम लोग के मेन क्रॉप्स होते हैं उसका हम लोग उसको बोने का काम स्टार्ट करते हैं. जैसे हमारा वीट हो गया, दैट इज द पॉइंट. नाउ आई एम मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट crop, that is Z. The third one is Z. Z-A-I-D. It is grown between Rabi and Kharif. Rabi का हमने I have written here the months, और यहाँ पे अप्रैल कर लो इसको. अप्रैल टू जून, सिंपली मेक इट जून. जो 2-3 महीने होते हैं इसमें होता है. Z, it is grown in between. जो Z पर्टिकुलर क्रॉप, जो Z क्रॉप्स होते हैं, दे आर ग्रोन इन बिटवीन राबी एंड खारिफ क्रॉप्स. जो राबी और खारिफ क्रॉप के बीच का समय होता है उसमें इसको बोया जाता है. मार्च टू जून, एंड द टाइम ड्यूरेशन इज मार्च टू जून. मार्च से लेके जून के बीच में. Yes, between Rabi and Kharif season, there is a short season during the summer months. Yes. Okay. So यहाँ पे हम लोग का production हो गया. Let's talk about some important points which are related to this. First point is some crops produced during Z are watermelon. जैसे जो गर्मी और बारिश करती है, गर्मियों में कुछ फसल आ जाती है, जैसे फ्रूट्स हम लोग खाते हैं, वाटरमेलन, मस्क मेलन, कुकम्बर, वेजिटेबल्स, और खास करके फॉडर फॉर द क्रॉप्स. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड फॉडर? व्हाट इज द हिंदी वर्ड फॉर फॉडर? हिंदी वर्ड फॉर फॉडर, व्हाट इज द हिंदी वर्ड? टेल मी. एंड वन मोर क्वेश्चन, सिद्धा, सिद्धांत, प्रिया, ऑल ऑफ यू. Now, name the important leader. Name one leader who was being arrested under fodder scam. Name the leader who was being arrested. Yes, Siddhant, the answer is correct. Food crops given to animals, chara, that's fine. But tell me this question. Name the politician who was arrested, or who is behind the bars behind this fodder scam. This is a GK question. Tell me. Yes. The answer is correct. That is Lalu Prasad Yadav. The answer for this question is, that is being given by Siddhant and Snigdha. The answer is Lalu Prasad Yadav, who was the ex-CM of Bihar and the former Minister of Railways. So this person has done the fodder scam. So you can, by the word only, think that in India any kind of scam is possible. Some crops, now let's move back to the topic, that is Z. Some crops produced during the Z are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetables and fodder crops. Sugarcane, also a Z crop, takes almost a year. जो हम लोग का गन्ना होता है, sugar cane, it also comes in the list of Z crop and it takes nearly 1 year. और लगभग गन्ने की खेती में 1 साल लग जाता है. Nearly it takes 1 year. So children, now I'm going to ask you the questions. May I start? Or if any doubt in all these three, whatever today I have taught. Today I have taught you about types of farming, cropping pattern, so no one is having the doubt. Okay, now I am moving to the questions. थोड़े से क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएं. Now my first question is, अब थोड़ा सा अपनी इंग्लिश को ध्यान देना. इंग्लिश का एक वर्ड यूज करूंगा. यू हैव टू थिंक एंड देन गिव द आंसर. Which one of the following is a leguminous crop? Which one of the following is a leguminous crop? The options are pulses, jowar, millets, sesame. Option A pulses, option B jowar, option C millets, option D sesame or sesame. And the question is, okay, one child has given the answer. Priya Yadav has given the answer. Okay, others. I am waiting for others' answers to come. Yes, three people have given the answer. The answer is right. What about others? Kushwaha, Tyagi. Okay, yes, correct answer. Now, yes, the answer is correct. Good. But all the people should try to give the answer. Not only 2 or 3 people. Maximum the answer can be wrong. That's not a problem. My next question. Which one of the following is announced by the government in support of a crop? First point, A, maximum support price. Option B, minimum support price. Option C, moderate support price. And option D, influential support price. I am repeating the option and the question once again. Which one of the following is announced by the government in support of a crop? My options are maximum support. ध्यान से सुन लो पहले क्वेश्चन. मैक्सिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस. ऑप्शन बी मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस. ऑप्शन सी मॉडरेट सपोर्ट प्राइस. एंड ऑप्शन डी इन्फ्लुएंशियल सपोर्ट प्राइस. Okay, so nearly I can see that all the people, nearly 2-3 people have given the answer. One child has given maximum, one child has given minimum, and one candidate has given moderate. But the answer is correct by Pushpendra, that is minimum support price. Now the third question. Option B is the correct answer. Now the third question. Which one of the following is not a cropping season? Which one of the following is not a cropping season? Option A, winter. Option B, Rabi. Option C, Kharif. And option D, Zaid. This is the easy question. Give me the answer fast. Yes, this was the easiest question. 3 people have only given the answer. What about others? Kushwaha? Snigdha Siddhant. Yes, that's the toughest question. The answer is winter. Now, the next question. India is the India is the largest producer and consumer. India is the largest producer and consumer of which of the following crops in the world? Option A, jute. Option B, tea. Option C, coffee. Option D, pulses. My options are jute, tea, coffee, pulses. Out of this four, select any one. And Priya Yadav. So Priya, Pushpendra, Siddhant, Snigdha, your answer is wrong. Kushwaha, your answer is correct. That is pulses. Dal. That is pulses. My next question. What are agro-based industries? Write in few words only. What are agro-based industries? What are agro-based industries? Now, no one is giving the answer. Let me give you the answer. Agro-based industries are those industries. Agro-based industries are those industries which use raw materials supplied by the agricultural sector. So for today, this much only, children. We'll be meeting in the next class with the remaining part of the chapter. Till then, just do a reading of this chapter so that it becomes easier for you to understand.